Now before we backtest this strategy, let us go to the charts and let us plot our SMA 5, 8 and 13. So let us go to the charts right now. Let us go to this indicator section and type here SMA. So type here SMA. In the technicals very first one, that is moving average simple, you are going to select this 3 times. Right? Why? Because we are using SMA 5, SMA 8 and SMA 13. Right? So we are going to select it 3 times. Now go to the settings of each and every one and we are going to change the settings. Go to the settings, go to the input. First length is going to be 5 days, right? So from 9 we are going to change it to 5 days. Color is going to be the same, that is blue color. Okay. Go to the second one right now. Change the setting from 9 to 8 and change the color from blue to yellow. And please follow the color code also. Whatever color code I am using, you use the same one. Okay. So give it okay. Go to the third one right now and change the setting from 9 to 13. Okay. We'll change the setting from 9 to 13. Color is going to be green for this one. So we are going to change from blue to green. Okay, so this is how our chart is going to look. This is how our chart is going to be look like. It is going to look like a little bit intimidating, but don't worry, because we are going to stay. We are not going to stay longer for this particular strategy. Why? Because we are scalping, right? So according to our strategy, what we are going to do? We are going to wait for the candle to close above or below these 3 lines. Am I right? And here we can see that the candle has closed above these 3 lines, right? The candle has closed above these 3 lines. So when we are going to enter, we are going to enter at the candle which breaks the high of this candle, and the very next candle was able to do so. This candle was able to do so. So this would have been our entry candle. This would have been our entry candle. And please follow the target which I have taught you how to keep the target. If you can't keep a specific amount, whatever quantity you are taking, suppose if you are taking 50 quantity, you multiply that 50 quantity into 10, that is going to be your target. That is going to be your target, and most important, stop loss is going to be the half of your target. It's going to be the half of your target, that is 250. Follow this, okay? Follow the target and follow the stop loss. And exit immediately once your target is achieved. Exit immediately once your stop loss is achieved, okay? Once your stop loss got hit, exit immediately. Once your target is achieved, exit immediately. Why? Because we are scalping. We are not going to stay in a trade for a long time, maximum to maximum 5 to 10 minutes. Maximum to maximum for a particular trade, we are going to wait for 5 to 10 minutes if we are scalping. And according to this strategy, we are scalping. Alright. So we got our first trade over here. Why? Because the candle closed above these 3 lines and the very next candle was able to break the high of the previous candle. So this is going to be our first entry. This is going to be our first entry. Now let us see here, and I'm going to show you the second entry here. This red candle has closed below these 3 lines. Am I right? This big red candle has closed below these 3 lines. And the very next candle was able to break the low of this big red candle. So this candle would have been our entry candle. Am I right? This would have been our second entry. This would have been our second entry. And as I have told you also, this particular strategy is going to give you a lots of trading signals, and it is also going to give you some false signals also. Okay, so this would have been our second entry. This red candle would have been our second entry. Same way, see here, this green candle has closed above these 3 lines, and this candle would have been our entry candle. This candle, this green candle would have been our entry candle. Why this is our entry candle? Can you tell me? Because it has broken the high of the previous candle which has closed above these 3 lines. Right? So this would have been our entry candle. So this would have been our third entry. This would have been our third entry. Same way here. See, this red candle, this small doji candle has closed below these 3 lines. I don't know whether you can see clearly or not, but this candle has closed below these 3 lines. And this candle, this red candle has broken the low of this doji candle. This big red candle has broken the low of this doji candle. So this is going to be our entry candle. Right? This is going to be our entry candle. This is our fourth entry. This was our first entry, am I right? This is going to be our second entry. This is going to be our third entry, and this is going to be our fourth entry. So till now we have seen 4 entries. We have seen 4 trading signals till now. Okay, but as I told you, this particular strategy generates lots of false signals also. And one we can see here. See, this green candle has closed above these 3 lines and we could have entered on this doji candle. Why this doji candle is our entry candle? Because it has broken the high of the previous candle which has closed above these 3 lines, right? So this doji candle would have been our entry candle, but this time it didn't work. This trade didn't work in our favor. It went for some time, then it came down, and probably your stop loss would have been hit in this particular trade. Probably your stop loss would have been hit in this particular trade. Same way here also, see this red candle has closed below these 3 lines, and this would have been your entry candle, right? This would have been your entry candle. Again, this particular trade didn't went our way, and again it would have hit your stop loss. Okay, so this particular strategy, no doubt it gives lots of trading signal, but it also generates lots of false signals also. So see here, this green candle has closed above these 3 lines, and this big candle, this big green candle would have been our entry candle. Why? Because it has broken the high of this green candle which has closed above these 3 lines. So this would have been our entry candle. This would have been entry candle, and this time it has worked in our favor. You could have easily achieved your target, right? So this is how you have to trade using this particular strategy, and I hope you understood how we are going to take our trade. We are going to patiently wait for the price to close above or below these 3 lines. And here also we can see that this red candle has closed below these 3 lines. This green candle would have been our entry candle. Why? Because it has broken the low of this red candle. So this would have been our entry candle. Alright. So this is a scalping strategy. It is beneficial to those traders who believes in taking profit in a very less duration. Okay. So let us see how much was my accuracy for this particular strategy and how much rating I am going to give for this particular strategy. So according to the strategy, the moving averages which we are going to use is SMA 5, 8 and 13, which we have seen earlier. Be in the trade for maximum of 10 minutes, not more than that, as we are scalping. As I told you, if you get a trade on buying or selling side, be in that particular trade for maximum to maximum 5 to 10 minutes, not more than that. Why? Because this strategy is a scalping strategy and we are going to exit our trade as quickly as we can. Okay, so according to my backtesting, which was purely done on index market, accuracy has been found around 44%. Now please note that I have not backtested this strategy on stocks, I have not backtested this strategy on currencies, and I have not backtested this on commodities. So if you are a trader who are trading on these stocks, currency and commodities, please backtest this strategy, calculate the accuracy, and then you can use this strategy for your trading. But for index market, I have backtested this on 20 charts, and out of 20, 8 times this strategy has worked very well, and majority of time it has given me false or fake signals. Okay, and I have told you what are false and fake signals. So for index market, accuracy has been around 44%, because this strategy gives very good trades also, no doubt, but the only drawback is that it gives some good amount of fake signals also. So I suggest you that you strictly follow your stop loss, and I told you how to keep the stop loss, and I told you how to keep the target also. Target will be quantity into 10. So suppose if 50 is the quantity, you multiply that by 10. So that is going to be your target, right? And stop loss is going to be target divided by 2. If you divide the target divided by 2, that is going to be your stop loss, and you have to strictly follow your stop loss. You have to strictly follow your target. Once your target is achieved, exit immediately. Once your stop loss is hit, exit immediately. Why? Because we are scalping here, and this particular strategy, it has the tendency to give lots of false signals. So once your target is achieved, don't be greedy, exit immediately. Okay, once your stop loss is hit, don't stay in that trade for a long time. Why? Because we are scalping, and we are going to exit our trade within minutes. Okay, maximum to maximum 5 to 10 minutes is going to be our duration. For a particular trade, 5 to 10 minutes is going to be our duration. Okay, so considering the accuracy and considering the simplicity of this strategy, my rating is going to be 6 out of 10. My rating is going to be 6 out of 10 for this particular strategy. And remember, I have backtested this strategy on index market. If you are a stock or if you are a commodity or currency trader, please calculate the accuracy and then you can use this strategy for trading. Okay, and remember, this strategy is a scalping strategy. This is a scalping strategy. We are not going to stay in a trade for a long time. Maximum to maximum 5 to 10 minutes is the maximum duration where we are going to stay in a trade. Okay, so I hope you understood this particular strategy. If not, I again suggest you to go back and watch these videos again and again, and you will understand this strategy very easily. So in the next lecture, we are going to discuss regarding strategy number 11. So see you all. Take care everyone.